Danny. This is what the producers are doing. They're trying to set up Kaz with Danny. Do you see what they're doing? Listen, nobody is coming for Kaz. Do you understand? I was protective of Shannon and Kaz. They chucked out Shannon. They ain't trying to set up Kaz like this. Listen, not on my damn watch. Hey guys, it's Murad Muradi. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Back at it again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button. Daily and consistent content. And let's get straight into this video because I'm not here for this mess. This is what we're not going to do. You're not going to try to set Kaz up to fail. How are you setting up the only black girl in that villa with a man who is running around saying the N-word? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Whether he meant it in a malicious way or not, because he was saying it with his friends, it doesn't justify or explain why he's using these words. And you know, people were, I believe, tagging me, and I saw it and I thought, well, who is this? I don't know who this guy is with this square head and eyes in two different postcodes. I don't know who this guy was because I didn't watch the ending of that episode because I was running late from watching this. And then I realized what was going on. This was the new guy. This was the new Bombshell. This was the guy that was going to be set up with Kaz. And my girl needs to run for the mother hills. She needs to get out of there because I don't think she would willingly go on a date with a guy who was using these words in a malicious or friendly manner. I don't think she would do that if he was a non-black person. If she knew of this, I don't think she would. I'm sure she wouldn't. So once again, we're setting her up to fail. I don't think the casting producers knew that he said this word and wanted to put him in this position to make her suffer. That's not what I'm saying here. I don't think that's the intent. But at the same time, it's setting her up again in a kind of malicious way. And I feel like the casting producers, all of you need to go into the bin. Every single one of you. Meredith, Helen, Judith, Humphrey, Jiminy, all of you need to exit stage left and get out of the offices and just call it a day and go home to your children. Go home to your bangs and mash. Just go home to that. Go home to that. Because this is what you're messing up your own show. You're ruining your own show by doing stuff like this, and you're now setting her up to fail. Why would this? I don't know. I bet their team and the people, friends, family, whoever behind his Instagram account are regretting not deleting that comment or whatever. But the fact that you were using that 66 weeks ago with your friends and stuff. Listen, I said this in my video that I don't trust this man. Kaz is going on a date with some guy called Danny, and this Danny guy looks like an absolute player. His pictures have emerged on Twitter of what he looks like, just a typical white Ibiza boy covered in tats. And if you go on his Instagram, everybody is white. No shade, no tea, but if all your friends are white, I feel like it's an alarm bell as a person of color, as a brown black person. If you are invested in them and their entire catalogue of friends are all white, it is weird. It is dangerous, and that's not coming from a racist standpoint at all. It's coming from standpoint of experiencing racism as a person of color. When you are friends with people who are strictly all white, they seem to have a streamlined or very capped understanding of experiences of stuff, and it's just very frustrating. When you have somebody with tats all over, every single one of his group friends are all white people, and then you're going for a black and brown individual on the show, it's very sus to me. Very sus. Because the fact that you are liking brown or black girls, but in all your pictures with your friends online, they're all white people, it's weird. It's genuinely weird. It doesn't mean that all white people are bad. What it means is that for black and brown people, we know that there's going to be hella amount of microaggressions that are going to be coming our way from stuff like that when you have people like that. It's absolutely pathetic. And then there was another story that he reposted about his friend saying, yeah, get the money. Now, of course, everybody is there for the money, guys. We know that. But to be saying that willingly shows that you don't care about anybody in the show and you're going to use them. God forbid, you are not going to be using Kaz in this villa. Do you understand? That's what you're not going to be doing. You haven't even entered this villa yet. You're sitting outside waiting for a date with Kaz, and already people have found out about the stuff that you've been doing and saying. And now you will not be entering. You have not even seen the name on the Love Island water bottle. You have not even laid your 5 heads to rest on that bed. You have not. And now you need to get up, not even pack your bag because they're already packed. They haven't been unpacked yet. Just take your 2 bags and go back to Ibiza and just delete your accounts and start fresh and live your life as a builder somewhere else, because this is what you don't need to be doing, trying to set up Kaz like this. Do you think, imagine if Kaz and this guy become a strong relationship and she comes out knowing he was moving like this, and he wasn't even saying it to a black person, he was saying it to his white friend, as if what, you had one Stormzy track and now you're living your best life. The ignorance, guys, the absolute ignorance. And I feel like microaggressions were going to come through, and it had to be Kaz that was going to go on this date. It had to be Kaz. Get this man off the show, please. Get this man off the show. If we can get Sharif off the show because of the nonsense that happened by saying the words "see you next Tuesday" in the play fight with Molly May, then we can definitely get this man off the show as well. Do you understand? If Sharif can be taken off the show where he was woken up at night, told to go into a whole place. I don't like Sharif as much because the way he was participating and taking the piss out of your one day's name, but still, you know, let's be unbiased and objective. The way you're taking him out for that, take this guy out now as well. He doesn't need to be in the villa tomorrow. And I know what? The Love Island people, they won't take him out. They won't care about the situation. Of course they won't. Of course they won't. This whole season has been pathetic. This season has been pathetic. The casting, directing team are pathetic in what they're doing. You guys are doing a very poor, disgusting, distasteful job in who you're bringing into this villa. You are ruining your own show. Call it a day, because this is absolutely pathetic. I'm over this stuff. I'm over this. If I was not sponsored for talking about the show, I would not be here talking about it. I would just move on to something else because I find it to be boring. It's boring, and you're hiring and bringing in people like this who are a mess like this. Just call it a day, guys. Subscribe to the channel, click that button, because I'm coming to you with content 24/7, literally 24/7, fresh content. Subscribe. Head over to my podcast, head over to my merch in the bio below as well. Head over to Frontline Therapy in the bio below, my TikTok at Murad Murali, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video, because this is a mess, man. This is such a mess. Done.